Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
New world record yesterday. Received the absolute worst text I've ever received in my entire life.
What?
Not just from my daughter. It was from my daughter, but the worst text and email I've ever received in my entire life. Period.
Okay.
This is what was sent to me and Beth in a group text from Sophia.
How big is this group?
Just me and Beth. And
Okay.
her. Just the three of us.
Okay, that's
group
good.
chat. Yeah.
Okay, at least she told you both at the same time.
She did. And that's what made me nervous.
Oh, God.
Wednesday the 8th, I'm going to be bringing my baby home. And I had forgotten the week before. She goes, but I'm still debating. And I had forgotten the week before that she's in a class where they can take a robot baby home where they got to babysit or whatever for a few days. And we are highly encouraging her to do so. Mm-hmm. And I'd forgotten completely about that. Then I get that and I just, to hear that in that stream, it just like was jarring to me. And it almost made me sick.
Because that's not the way you expect to find out any of that.
No. And that's why I wrote back. I'm like, that's the worst text I've ever seen. So I don't know if she's bringing robot baby home or not.
So, but it's supposed to be next week?
It's supposed to be next week.
Oh, right before Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm sorry. Well, it said the 8th, so maybe it's December 8th? I don't know. I didn't ask any questions.
I bet it is.
Wednesday 8th. Is Wednesday the 8th of December?
Shit.
Who knows?
Shit, I don't
yes,
know.
it is. It is. Wednesday, December 8th is when babies come. She's due Wednesday, December 8th.
The baby's due.
The baby is due.
That's Sophia.
Yes. She's going to be bringing a robot baby home, but she can't get a babysitter. Like, it's one of those things where you have to take it home. You got to take care of it.
Right.
But I don't know if she works, which she does on Wednesdays, if we're allowed to take care of robot baby.
I'm sure they've addressed that in class, haven't they? I mean, because, a lot of kids have after-school jobs.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
sports
you gotta work the night shift.
But then again, it can't. Okay, they want them to go through it as in IRL, right? Mm-hmm. But they can't actually disrupt IRL. Like if you're on a sports team or if you have obligations to people, it should be disruptive to you, but it shouldn't penalize other people around you.
I don't know
right?
all the rules.
I
would support if it didn't play nicely and it had to disrupt everything. I would support her having to miss work, having to miss a game if she played sports. I would support all that because it would be more impactful, but I think you're probably right that it's not going to be too overwhelmingly impactful.
I can't imagine, but it should be enough that it does make them go, that would suck.
Right. So that's what I mean. I want it to be as impactful as possible. Maybe the kid comes with strep or something or like an ear infection, so he's super cryy.
Oh, yeah. At least the first couple
days.
Do you remember Furbies?
Oh, yeah.
Were those ones you had to take care of or they died? Were those ones you had to...
They learned languages and they talked to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they died.
I had one. I know I had one. And I cursed my mother for getting that for me because it was like, I was an adult. I don't want a Furby.
I don't want a Furby.
What are you doing this to me for? Because now I feel obligated. And I remember, though, it got packed away eventually. And I did find it, and it was still ticking.
Ooh.
It was really gross.
That's
it was
sad.
scary. It was scary.
That's sad.
It is.
So you think he ever talked in the boxes when he was packed away that you didn't even know? Like, hello?
Thank God I didn't hear it.
Oh, that would have been super creepy.
But yeah, I remember I know I didn't play along. Pop the batteries or something. I don't know, but I know I didn't play along.
It was super weird because at the technology at the time, that was crazy space age stuff where you had a toy talking back to you. I mean, now that's old news.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I saw this story the other day, and I know it's been around, but I just think it's worth talking about. I get such a kick out of it. Do you remember that Phoenix story about the grandma who texted the wrong number and she got another kid and he showed up for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I love that story.
So 6 years running now that they've been getting together, and he's now 21. And they showed up. Yeah, I think they met in 2016 when she was texting her grandson, and she got their number wrong, which I think is funny because it should have been stored in her phone.
You would think.
Yeah. I don't know how
Divine
this
intervention. Why don't you respond to that guy who wanted to buy your house? Maybe you have a boyfriend right there.
Nah, I don't think so.
If it worked for those two crazy kids,
I'll pass. But I just thought it was funny because she's now called the Thanksgiving grandma. That's what he calls her, is Thanksgiving grandma. Which I just thought it was kind of neat that
it's
a 6 years running. It's
such a
still
great
rolling.
story.
Yes, it is. So that happened. I saw that. What else happened? Oh, okay. The movie The Sandlot. I heard somebody talking about it on a podcast. And I'm like, God, I know what movie it is, but I don't know that I've ever seen it.
Oh, really?
And so I rented it because it was nowhere to be found on Roku as far, all platforms. Anywhere you found it, you had to pay $2 or $3 to see it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to watch it. So I watched it. It's really good. And it's one of those, it reminds me so much of Radio Flyer.
Mm-hmm. It's a great movie.
Because it's narrated, which I think is really cool.
Very Wonder Yearsy.
It is. It's that there's that time, and so that got me kind of course, right? I had to go one step further.
You can't just sit
I can't because I remember
you can't just sit in your entertainment and just be entertained,
because
get drunk, and then just go to sleep. You got to always do the freaking research.
But it got me thinking about other movies that were like that because Radio Flyer is the first one I thought of when I was watching it, and The Sandlot is a really good movie, and there's a lot in there as far as the story. Just like Radio Flyer.
Like literally 2001 just called and said, duh.
No, 1993.
Or whatever.
Okay?
Even worse.
Actually, I think it was Sandlot was 93. And A Christmas Story is another one that's like that. Mm-hmm. Where you have the narration.
Yeah.
I really like those. So I'm like, okay. Other movies that are like that was Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is like that, which is another good one.
Big Fish is like that.
Oh.
Big Fish is a great movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of Big.
And Big also, yeah.
Also. Is the Goonies like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's narration, or is it
no.
just you're following their story, right?
Just following their story.
My Girl.
Oh, yeah. Anna
That's
Klumsky
a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Another really good one. Stand By Me.
Yes, Stand By Me.
Is also
it's
like that.
It's a great one.
Was the Princess Diaries like that?
I do not know. I don't know. I don't remember. I've seen it, but I don't remember.
I'm sure I've seen it. And then I don't think Parenthood was not, because that was actually like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
That was.
Yes, I don't think that was
as
narration.
it happened. But yeah, the narration thing I thought was really cool. And so anyway, yes, Sandlot's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, and yeah, that I do. I love that format of movie. I love it.
And Radio Flyer has been one of my favorites probably since I first saw it. And I didn't even realize it was out that long. It's been out since '92.
Mm-hmm.
But that's got such a dark story underneath it, but it's such a good movie. And Christmas Story, obviously, everybody's seen it 9 million times because it's on rotation. But all those movies, I like that format. That's really a neat, and it can't be easy to do, but you get it right, man. It's really cool. So anyway, yeah, I saw The Sandlot.
And you did your research on narration movies.
Whatever, because I was like, Radio Flyer, I like those kind of movies. Are there any others like that? Tick, 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 tick.
I wouldn't even think of that as a genre, like a narrate. What did you Google? Other movies narrated. Blah, blah, blah.
Probably something like that. Or movies. I just probably just movies like The Sandlot.
Movies like
or movies like Radio Flyer. Or movies like.
I love that. It's been around since 1993, yet you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I'm trying to think of movies that I should have seen. I've never seen Porky's, which is looks like an OG movie that every dude has seen. Supposedly,
that was
and
in
most
the 80s,
girls,
right?
Yeah, never seen that. There's a couple of movies that I should
you know,
have
it's fun going back and watching those movies from whenever, but years ago. That's like, how did I miss that one?
Mm-hmm.
And then once it gets missed, it never comes up again. You go back and watch it, and you see so many familiar faces.
People that are
up and
huge now.
coming.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of fun watching some of those movies. I like that. All right, so that happened. This morning, so I'm getting ready, and my Roku. Every day now, this one Roku, the one that's in my bedroom, and I turn it on, it has an ad immediately for new features for Roku and find out what's new. And it's like, I'm thinking, okay, you're trying to sell me a new Roku. I know what you're doing here. So go home.
You ain't
Let's
slick.
start over. Every morning. So I finally clicked on it this morning. They beat me down. I clicked on it.
They're like, eventually we're gonna get her. Eventually.
Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. She'll cave. So I finally did. And I found out that, the newest Roku, they have the, you can speak into the handset, right? So you're just like, okay, show me this movie or find this whatever. You can do that with podcasts now on the Roku.
Oh, really?
So I asked for it's Pat and JT podcast, and it does. It opens up Spotify and starts the next episode.
Wow, that's pretty fancy.
Just so y'all know,
That's pretty fancy.
because I think that's pretty cool.
So now on your Roku, you can listen to us.
Yes.
Sweet.
So there you go.
Didn't even know we were out there
Throw
on
that
Roku.
Yes, it pulls it up on Spotify.
That's pretty
Is what it
awesome.
is. So if you don't have a Spotify, sign up. It's free. And then you can use that on your Roku.
That's slick.
Kind of slick
Super
trick. So there's that. And then one more thing, because you were talking about TikTok recipes. Do you want to do TikTok recipe, or do you want to do your
let's do
emails
TikTok
first?
recipe. Oh no, let's do TikTok recipe because I'm starving right now. So let's do TikTok
So this is a
recipe.
good time to.
It's a great time.
To the cave.
Yeah.
So found this one, this recipe, and I wanted to pass along. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm thinking this is a no-brainer, and it's going to be a gold Gold star, easily. And it's called Crock-Pot chicken stuffing and green beans. It's basically, you could put turkey instead. So it's basically Thanksgiving dinner in a crock-pot.
Oh, God.
So
Why are you doing this? That's
I'm like, this sounds amazing because the way watching them do it, and it was like they put the chicken on the bottom, then a box of stuffing, can of cream of chicken, right? Put that on there, sour cream, water, and then a bag of frozen green beans.
and then just let
4
it go.
hours, let it roll.
And it's raw chicken at the time?
At the bottom. Yep.
I
Yep.
bet that's amazing.
It looks delicious. My stomach just growled.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
We're getting into that season, the sinful season. So if I don't lose whatever I'm going to lose before next Tuesday, it's not going anywhere.
It's over till the spring.
It's
isn't it?
yeah.
I think you make this and then you put a side of mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes, whatever it is, and then you've got this in the crock pot and just scoop it out right on your plate. There's the whole meal is right there. So you just throw in some chicken breasts or turkey breasts.
Yeah.
You could probably do the exact same thing. Thanksgiving meal in a crock pot. You're welcome. All right, back to
that upsets me. That's amazing.
there are green beans in there. I think it's
It,
good for
it
you.
doesn't count. Oh, yeah, they are good for you, but that doesn't count. We got emails, hey@patjt.com, or some texts at 402-403-9478, referencing random shows from the last month or so.
Okay.
Hi, Carrie again. She says, on the similar name thing from today's show, which was last week, my dad was Jerry Jones. My mom became Joan Jones. And to this day, people still ask her if that's legit or she's playing with them. Joan Jones sounds like a dancer.
I like Joni Jones.
Joni Jones is a cool name.
Joni Jones. I like that. That sounds good.
I said, this is Chris, the teacher. As I was thinking about my Mount Rushmore of fictional characters I'd want in my real life, he said, I realized I need to have one for TV and one for movies. For TV, Malcolm Reynolds, Firefly, Robert Petrie, Dick Van Dyke Show, Alex Reiger, Taxi, Sam Malone, Cheers, TV, which is good.
Yes.
For movies, Clark Griswold, Christmas Vacation, Eddie Morra, Limitless, Cosmo Brown, Singing in the Rain, and George Washington McClintock in McClintock?
George Washington McClintock or McClintock the TV show?
It's in
a movie?
McClintock. It's
It's a movie, right?
George Washington McClintock is in McClintock, apparently.
I'm going to look this up here real quick. McClintock
Thank you, Chris.
movie
You're
cast. I'm looking this up. Those are good.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the Griswolds.
Oh my
Anybody.
God.
That would be fantastic. Put that on there for sure.
McClintock. Interesting. I got to look that one up. Very good. Yeah, I love these. I love this. Those are fun. Okay.
This is Jillian. Checking in again with my podcast journey at precisely 4:32 p.m. on Friday, November 12th. I finished my last episode of Pat and JT. I did it. 18 solid months of catching up to every single minute, every word you guys uttered of my favorite podcast of all time. Julian, that's awesome.
Can we
However,
get her lunch or something?
I got to get her something. Maybe a life?
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
stop.
kidding. I'm just kidding, Julian. However, a wave of emotions are now washing over me. Excited for being 100% caught up. Sadness that there's no more Pat and JT episodes while I wait at this current moment of anticipation for the next episode to drop, and feeling like a friend wanting their podcast
Oh.
to hit.
Well,
Love me some
hey,
Pat and JT. You guys do great work.
right? So you'll have 5 days a week, but every Friday join us for Facebook Live.
Yes.
Do that every Friday at 9-ish.
It's Pat and JT. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm going to throw this out there. I may regret it, but I'm going to throw this out there. So I got invited by Big Canvas Comedy to take part in their show this Saturday.
What do you
It's
mean?
Hollywood Game Night. And so
That'd be fun.
So it's down like at 36th and Farnham is where they have a
So you're like,
space.
it's like,
I'm a guest at their improv.
sweet. Okay, so are you just playing the game and see how it goes, or are you actually part of like the cast of improv characters?
They rotate people in that are guests.
That's awesome.
to
That'll
do
be
Hollywood
fun.
Game night. So, do you want to do it?
No, do not.
Because they have two. It's just like it literally is teams.
Yeah.
So they bring in a couple of people to fill out their teams on each side, and then you play whatever games, Hollywood games. So it's like TV games, I'm assuming. You know,
Yeah,
different
Hollywood
game
Game.
shows.
And you watch that show, right? Have you ever
Nope.
watched Hollywood Game Night? I don't know if it.
Do I need to do
Ellen?
that before I go?
Maybe, because it's not Ellen. She was on Glee, and I think it's.
Hollywood Game Night. Hold on. Man, you're gonna make
Waiting
me
for
tired.
Guffman. All those. She's hilarious, and I believe that it was Hollywood Game Night. Was she hosted that?
Hollywood Game.
Yeah, it's fun.
Night. NBC Hollywood Game Night. Oh, is that what's her bucket? Oh, Feimeister.
Yeah,
No.
something. I don't know her name, but I know her face.
Hollywood
She was on
Game
Glee.
Night. Jane Lynch.
Yes, Jane
That's
Lynch.
who it
There you
is.
go.
No, I just see they've got some other comedians that have also taken part in it.
Yeah, it's a fun show. I think it'll be fun. It'll be better than I couldn't do just improv. Like
No.
that would be fun. Game night would be fun, but improv, I've always said it looks like a lot of fun to be on stage, but I'd be so self-conscious. I know that's what we do here all the time.
It
but
is.
I'm so self-conscious on
But that
stage.
doesn't mean we're funny.
No, I know. Yeah, in improv, you're supposed to be funny.
All right, so they have the contestants, designated captain, show versus show specials, They do 5 games are played in each episode. So they just have a variety of different games that they play. This will be interesting.
What are you going to wear? Are you nervous?
I don't know.
Do you have to dress up, or can you just casual, just whatever?
Yep. So just whatever. So
Okay.
anyway, if y'all want to come down,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
feel free. 36th and Farman.
You're just telling people the wrong
Farnham?
address so nobody shows up.
36th and Farnham.
Farman?
But look up. You can look up Big Canvas.
Big Canvas. I've heard of Big Canvas before.
Yeah, quite the little comedy troupe, and they have like a designated space there. It's really kind of cool. That's their own
That's sweet.
place to perform.
Maybe you're gonna get the bug and be an improv.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Let's not get the cart in front of the horse here, Hot Rod. Let's
Like everybody did, you guys can text us at 402-403-9478. It's Pat and JT, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget, Friday mornings, 9 o'clock-ish. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. That's tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.